Diana can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah?
How about now? Over here! Cover me!
Walk away!
Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Don't.
Tell the Constant to start running!
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight. We're all that's left now.
We've been compromised. Abort and walk away now.
Who?
ICA. They tracked me. Don't know how.
It's what they do. How many?
One prime asset and a whole pack of up-and-comers. They've infiltrated the club searching for us. Christ, I think I killed one of them. Get out now before they spot you.
No. They found us once. They'll find us again. Keep your head down. I'll take care of this.
I have two.
And welcome everyone to another Roulette Rivals World Championship 2024 match. It's a Group D match between some random person and ChrisX3. Joining me on the cast today is Pack. Welcome.
Hello. Hello. Excited to be here.
I suppose.
Yeah. We just have a couple of seconds remaining before we go to Berlin. Judging by the stats, Chris has been here a lot more than Randy, 16 times versus 9 on Randy's side. Maybe Randy Over can pull off the win here with this first spin. Pack, what have we got?
We have got Fiberwire Dealer for Agent 1, Silent System G Technician for Agent 2, Loud Pistol, No Target KO as Florida Man for Agent 3, Impact Explosive as Bartender for Agent 4, and Electrocution as Club Crew for Agent 5. So to me, this seems like a bartender or club crew start straight off the bat.
Yeah, we don't have a suit in there, so wouldn't need to start there. Possible, okay, I'm gonna, as nice as it is to hear Randy talking, I am gonna mute his stream right now, because it is a bit confusing to have him talk over us. But yeah, let's see. Chris already loading in. Starting as the bart. No, that is Club Crew. Bartender's downstairs. And I think some random person starting in this suit actually.
Yeah, I believe that's what I saw on this playing screen before he started in, but it does have a quick pause here straight off the bat to replan.
It was starting DJ actually. Which I think does make sense. You got a lot of disguises, or at least you got Florida Man and Dealer, which you can only really grab at the bottom there. So it does make sense to get those two kills out pretty quickly. And Chris already starting off with bang, getting the Club Crew Electrocution kill straight off the bat.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the advantages of starting Club Crew. You have the easy access to an electrocution kill right off the bat, and he is heading up to KO Agent Green, which gets him access to the bartender kill very fast as well.
He accidentally threw the briefcase instead of his wrench, so that got the attention of the guard. Did not go how Chris wanted that, and we can see why the cam shake with the uniform language of annoyance.
Meanwhile, Randy is working on the dealer grab, just letting him lead him to the typical area, but does have a frontal KO, and that will be a restart from Randy.
Putting Chris in the lead here, already having 1 kill down, of course, is huge. And yeah, with another restart from Randy, Chris now almost 2-minute in-game time advantage, which can mean a lot on Berlin. It is a longer map, so depending on optimization, there could be ways of some random person to catch up to this, but it's getting more
Chris
and more.
locking on with the impact kill.
Very nice. Nicely doing them in order. I don't think that's intended or anything, but so far he's going from right to left. But we will see a skip now with a silenced SMG technician kill, most likely after he triple shot a banner to come to the roof, who is wearing the technician disguise.
Yeah. Randy activating the dealer to take him to the secluded area where they can do some business. But Chris does have the 3rd kill now. Or second target, 3rd kill.
Actually, I already killed it, so it is 3 kills already on Chris' side. Only having Florida Man and Dealer kill missing, which are the 2 disguises he's gonna most likely grab soonish. I do like Randy's approach a little bit as well, though, because I think grabbing Dealer and Florida Man early is a good idea if you're not too confident on the grabs, since they can sometimes go wrong. Judging what you do, and just getting them out straight away is generally a good idea. However, it currently seems like Chris is just too fast on this map, which doesn't surprise me, to be fair.
Yeah, and Chris does opt to go for a wrench thrown at the dealer instead of the typical sedative syringe you see. So this could come back to bite him if the dealer body is found. Of course, Dealer and Florida Man, probably the 2 hardest disguises to grab on Berlin. Doesn't take much skill, but still typically a lot more difficult due to the finicky nature of both.
Yeah, luckily there are some more consistent strats that have been developed and everything, but certainly harder disguises, as there are 2 of the 3 unique disguises. I think the only other that's unique is Rolf himself, although he's quite easy to isolate in his office. Dealer and Florida Man are roaming NPCs out in the public, so usually you have to somehow get them to a secluded area first. As we see Chris using, there was a long-range Seeker Dart on Florida Man, I would assume. And he's getting the fiber wire kill now, leaving Florida Man open for last. That was very, very nicely done by Chris there.
Yeah. Randy, at the same time, on the other side of the screen, is also getting the fiber wire kill. His first kill of the map.
And arguably one of the ones where you do need a longer time to complete it. As also Chris was working on it, because you got to grab the dealer and then isolate a target somewhere where you can firewire them, which is also a live kill. So technically this spin has 2 no-target KOs. So yeah. Let's see, Chris meeting.
Chris's routing is really optimal here.
Oh, definitely, yes.
Yeah. Typically on maps like this, you have some spins where you have a lot of back and forth, but for Chris, it's really just been grab what you need, kill, grab what you need, kill, and that's really helped him build this lead despite being at a similar in-game time to Randy.
Yeah, definitely. Only missing the last kill. He's in the correct disguise. He is getting... he just made one of the bikers sick, and I would assume they isolate themselves in the toilet now, where Chris is in as well, which is also soundproof, because there's 2 doors in the toilet itself and any other NPC. Which certainly helps. with this loud live kill, which can be a bit annoying sometimes, but Chris just makes it look so easy, even using the elimination prompt there. And that's all kills done for Chris, and an exit right nearby.
Randy did get the loud pistol kill at the same time as Chris did, but unfortunately that is just going to be not fast enough. Not enough time left at all for Randy to catch up.
Yeah, basically those 2 minutes advantage that Chris had at the start, where he basically did 3 kills in those 2 minutes, which was very, very good. This was one on the map here. And yeah,
Absolutely.
just like that, Chris takes the first 2 points. Very nicely done.
Absolutely. Great gameplay from Chris. Of course, the last tournament Chris played in was RRWC 2021. He has had a few matches this tournament where he has picked Berlin for each of them, so just being able to practice through all of the matches that he's had so far has definitely helped him with that map.
Yeah, I would definitely say Berlin is one of the favorite, if not probably the favorite map of Chris. But no more Berlin for him in this match. We will go to Santa Fortuna next, which was some random person's map pick. This must have been another day one schedule if I had to guess, because the map picks are in the wrong order, it seems. As we did have some troubles with that at the start of the tournament, but it's all fixed now. Was just the order that was wrong, and this one, at least judging by the stats, certainly won in some random person's favor. They have been here like 29 times, if my math is correct, and won 16 of that, so that is quite impressive with an 8-minute, close to 9 minutes personal best. And Chris only been here 10 times so far, with a 13-minute personal best. Has the chance to knock that down, of course, this match. But so far, from the stats, it's definitely looking like Randy's favored on this map.
Yeah, absolutely. This is Randy's first match of the tournament, for those who are keeping count at home. But this is seems to be another pick the same map 7 times, so this should at best be 2 points for Randy, but at worst it'll give him practice for his other matches that he currently has scheduled.
Yeah, scheduling has been going crazy already, and I actually did not know that it's Randy's first match. There are not a lot of players anymore that have no matches played in the tournament. Every player from Group A and Group H have played at least 1 match, and now with Randy's first match, Group D is also joining that. Every other group has at least 1 player, with currently still on 0 matches, although no group has more than 3 players on 0 matches. So the tournament is progressing quite nicely. I think technically the first deadline, I think, is on this Sunday, if I'm not mistaken entirely.
Yeah, it should be the 27th.
Exactly, on the 27th. You're supposed to have 2 matches played. I would assume most of the players will do that and comply with that nicely. Even if not, most likely that it is gonna be easy to catch up for the remaining players.
Yeah, and one of the interesting things that I think it was like me and Enfer and Nini were talking about earlier in the RRWC chat is that there's only like 2 players that still have a chance to achieve the 47 points out of those that have played a match, and with those being Yanini and Rommel.
Indeed, and which means also some random person now with his first match already dropped the map, so cannot get that perfect score anymore. Yeah. But might be able to pick up some very, very important points in this Santa Fortuna match. Spin, rather, which is gonna be a Rico Delgado kill with a folding knife as the gardener, a Jorge Franco no target pacification with a neck snap as an elite guard, and Andrea Martinez silenced pistol as the hippo whisperer. I gotta say, I do not actually know where the folding knife on Santa Fortuna is.
want to think that it's in the village
I
somewhere.
think so, yeah, actually it's in the village. I think it's in that locked room in the village.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Secret room thingy in the village is also confirmed by chat, yes. Which is one we assume. We do also have 3 disguises that can be found around Rico's mansion. Gardeners are around there, elite guards do... although, no, wait, that's mansion guards. I always mix them up.
Yeah,
between elite
guards
guards
are
and...
the ones
yeah.
in the submarine area.
Exactly.
And speaking of submarine area, we do have 2 very unique starts, with some random person starting as subcrew and Chris opting to start for construction worker. It's not often you see the construction worker start in a spin, but this does allow Chris very early access to the Hippo Whisperer disguise.
Yeah, we can see them isolate the Hippo Whisperer area just very nicely, and also fed the Hippo. So if I'm not mistaken, Rico at some point in the cycle will come here on his own and see that the Hippo is happy again, and with the snail placed down by Chris, I assume that is gonna be a self-isolation of Rico, basically.
Yeah, it does need to make sure to not interact with Rico, I think, or else like it could very well delay, which he does avoid, and might actually be on his way to kill Andrea as we speak.
I would guess so as well. I don't exactly know of her timings, but she does. You have the option to kill her quite early in the spin, in her little compound. Although that time might have already passed, but we will see.
I think the time's around 2 minutes 30 seconds in game time, is when she leaves the meeting. Could be wrong. But
that is also
I
very
think
possible.
Chris still has plenty of time.
Indeed. On the other side, though, we have seen some random person did the submarine crew start, and also picked up the Hippo Whisperer immediately, and is running towards Andrea's compound as well. So it seems like that is going to be the main strategy for both players. As we get a scoring update, Mook.png winning Whittleton Creek against Linux Penguin in the match that's running parallel to it. While I was talking, Chris did manage to pick up the first kill.
Yeah. Huge 2 points for Luke, having already swept Fanium. That should put him at a very good spot in this group if he can continue to keep it up. But Chris is now at the compound shooting the cameras, and Randy is on his way to Andrea.
Indeed. Chris managed to get the timing and catch Andrea. Some random person seems like he would be able as well. Although Andrea is leaving. No, she's not. Okay, I thought she started moving, but she did not, in fact.
It did look like that for a second there, though.
I should just move towards the table a little bit more or something. But both players managed to grab the Unbreakable first cycle very nicely. And yeah, most likely gonna pick up either a folding knife or something, or just go back.
Seems to be going for the elite guard disguise now,
which does make a lot of sense. There's these 2 elite guards, and you can, as he's demonstrating, just lure them into this foliage around here, where you can just KO them safely.
Randy perhaps with the hitmaps pause there, looking for the folding knife. But
restart from Chris as they got spotted KOing that elite guard, just as I was saying that it's it's an option to KO him just there. That puts him at a big disadvantage.
Yeah, on a map like Santa Fortuna, 1 rip can easily cost you about 5 minutes of a spin, which is just absolutely brutal.
Definitely. Some random person now has about a 3.5 minute in-game time lead, and is trying to get the folding knife. However, currently struggles with doors. Try to do some coin action. Now has a crowbar in hand, although there are some NPCs around here, so you gotta be a bit careful with that. Although now a guard saw the coin that he's placed straight at the door, and he does open the door for him. Very nicely done from Randy. That is amazing. And he can just run inside, pick up the falling knife, and he's away.
And I believe he might have done the same thing as Chris, where he fed the hippo to automatically isolate Rico. To should be well on his way to a second kill now.
Indeed, as Chris has set up the Hippo Whisperer as well, just like in his last attempt. And is gonna make their way to Andrea again.
He tries to throw a coin to get the gardener to investigate, but he doesn't hear it. Of course, with this gardener, you don't usually have to do anything other than just KO him as is, but you know, nothing wrong with playing it safe.
That's fair, especially in a map like Santa Fortuna. Well, it's gonna cost you a couple of seconds, as we can see on Randy's side here. You could argue that it did make his run safer, but
yeah, it's one of those things you have to weigh opportunity costs for. You either save a couple of seconds by being risky and leaving a body out in the open, or you could, you know, lose a few seconds but make sure that you don't have to restart. And ultimately, a choice like that could end up deciding the map if it comes down to it. But you know, obviously Randy doesn't know this, but he's in a pretty good spot with the lead right now, so no harm.
Indeed. On the other side, Chris just picked up the Andrea kill again. Did panic the guards upstairs since he got caught on camera and had to well, go up there and shoot the cam box. He uses a breacher now to open the door to get the folding knife. A bit quicker than what Randy did, although costing him one of his inventory slots, as some random person is picking up the kill on Rico as we speak. Did isolate them in the ruins here. Rico isolated themselves earlier.
That's right, he had activated the sublure. I had forgot about that.
He also started sublure. Ooh. Only in front of a locked door. Has a loud SMG. And it's gonna actually use that to at least try and open the door. Since nobody's actually hearing that. Very nice. Far away from, especially those guards. A bit surprised that they didn't hear that, but it seems to be fine.
Yeah, it's gonna have to wait for this guard to turn around. His distraction shot was not heard by anyone. Nor was this KO on this elite guard, so he has his third disguise.
Lots of enforcer dots still around. But Randy only has one kill remaining and is in the correct disguise. Just needs to get to the coca fields and isolate Jorge, since also that kill is a neck snap. So no item required for it. One thing you gotta make sure though, it's a no target pacification neck snap, which means you gotta start the subdue animation and then not fully go through with it, but rather neck snap him during that. At least I think that's the only option to do that. Otherwise,
yeah, that sounds about right. Chris is heading towards Jorge, but
yes, they did
still needs to grab the elite guard.
They did pick up the Rico kill, or rather they killed Rico already. As Rico for Chris also self-isolated near the hippo area, and I just had another scoring update. Luke.png won Berlin as well, I think. against Lennox Penguin. If I saw that correctly.
All right.
Oh, it was Dartmoor. Yeah, I even looked it up on hit maps, but I just saw the color and assumed it was another map. It was Dartmoor. Thank you, Chad, for correcting me on that one. Let's see. Both players on their last kill, racing for it now. Although Random is currently in the lead, as Chris gets spotted by an enforcer and needs to restart. Even doing a replan. This is big for Chris.
Absolutely brutal.
If some random person can pull off this kill now,
he's holding a shovel. I don't like this.
I don't like this either. They're just gotta make sure to not KO Jorge here. They dropped it now, so that is fine. Started to subdue. Right. There's the next snap. That was hurt though. That is very loud. Bumping them, and that did cancel the investigation.
Right, and he is on his way to the exit. Press finished with a time of 11 minutes and 42 seconds, and that will be 2-2 for.
Very nicely done. Played it safe at the correct spot, and overall had quite a fast strategy as well, which now gained some random person 2 points, which could be very important for his advancement from the group, as we will now go to our third and random map, which is Dartmoor, which was randomly chosen.
Yep. Not much to say about Dartmoor. Of course, map record was tied earlier today.
Indeed. With a nice 1 minute and 23 seconds. 1, 2, 3 in there. That's very nice. Nice numbers. But yeah, Fanium put up that record in RR14, and Joker J tied it earlier, actually in the match against myself. So yeah, I was technically a part of that as well, but I don't think that counts really.
Was it the same spin or?
I do not think so. I actually don't know what the previous record spin was.
The previous one was Private Investigator Electro.
Oh, it was. It was as well. It was Private Investigator Electro today as well.
Yep. Same record that Joker took before Fanium against myself. And now he has it again.
Indeed.
As a tie. Yeah.
Got another minute.
Both players have been here.
A lot more. This countdown of the match was almost as long as an average Dartmoor spin.
Yep.
Yeah. As you started mentioning there, both players have won here twice. Chris actually only been here twice and won both of those. Some random person been here 4 times and won 2 of those. So in terms of advantage, some random person is ahead. However.
But Chris also has a better personal best. Of course, personal best doesn't say everything. Of course, you got to look at what the spin was. But 2 minutes, 26 seconds, very good time for Dartmoor.
Yeah, I would say like about an average time if you're not called Joker J or something. And just know every Dartmoor spin off the top of your head and how to finish it the quickest. So... yeah, very respectable time. And yeah, let's see who will take the remaining 2 points in this match, and let's see if we will get another Private Investigator spin with this final Dartmoor pack. Walk us through it.
We have Remote Explosive Weapon as the lawyer, so definitely is a Private Investigator start, I'd say.
Yeah.
First, you have a few options for isolation here. You could choose to Medicar, play it safer, or you could go with a hallway isolation if you know how to do that cleanly.
Indeed, it looks like that's what some random person is. And no, some random person is trying to use the Seeker instead of the... the grenade got spotted while doing it and has restarted once, which is going to put him at a big disadvantage now. Chris hit the wall bang with the medic grenade and is placing a breacher below the toilet, so that kill is basically set up as Randy's ripping again.
And, I was going to say before Randy ripped again that, there is still room for a photo finish here, with most Dartmoor spins being very quick and it being very early on with his rip. But after that second one, I'm not so sure.
And this Seeker shot is not working out for Randy. He did get it in practice before the spin arrived, I think, but...
Yeah.
Right now it's not working out for them as Chris is already downstairs collecting tokens while in the lawyer.
Yeah. I think Randy's main issue with the Seeker shot here was that he was shooting it way too early and that the guard was hearing the shot go off and turned around just about every time. But he is entering the lawyer's room.
He's entering the lawyer's room from the secret passage. I actually did not know that those connected there. But as a private investigator, you could have also just ran through those two guards, but this would have worked nicely. This time they did manage to get the shot off just fine, as well as Chris just wants to make sure that Alexa is killed here correctly, and he's even gonna dump her body. And Chris is missing one case file token. I did not see what happened for them there.
I just don't think he's grabbed Rebecca's yet. I think that's all.
Ooh.
Actually, he's choosing to go for the case file instead, and another restart by Randy.
Chat is pointing out that Chris missed one of the Seekers, or the trank on Rebecca rather. So that is why he's going for case file. Luckily not the end of the world. In terms of map completion, you can still complete it without the Seekers by just grabbing this case file as Randy is doing right now. But Randy is not having good time on Dartmoor right now, as Chris now has everything required to finish the spin, just needs to exit properly.
I would say that I think Randy, if he would have been able to execute that last run perfectly, I think he could have potentially won Dartmoor with Chris missing the trank on Rebecca and having to go for the case file instead. Could be a very costly mistake against someone who runs Dartmoor near flawlessly, but
definitely, yeah.
Doesn't seem to have affected Chris's run here.
Definitely, that did cost him like at least a minute or something to go and run upstairs, grab that case file. 3:35 is his finishing time. Some random person is waiting for Alexa's guard to come into the toilet and killing her, putting the breacher down for her now, and could have possibly gotten out in a minute or so, but sadly Chris did manage to grab that map in the end.
I'd say it quite really just came down to a matter of being safe rather than sorry for Randy, trying to get the guard into the room, whereas Chris just went ahead and detonated while she was standing there and hid the body.
Indeed. And yeah, Randy also going for a case file though. Case file gang in this spin already. Very nicely done. And yeah, Randy would have finished about a minute away from now probably, with all those, maybe 30 seconds, I don't know, with all those stairs in the way. That does take a little bit to run all of them down again. Very nicely played from both of them. In the end, Chris takes the spin, however. Right, let's shortly look at what that does to the groups. As this has not updated yet. There is another match, I think that is currently still ongoing, so I'll try to keep this short. Some random person picked up 2 points, it's now tied with Zero in 4th place, and Chris managed to grab even more points, securing his 2nd place for now. in this group, but still plenty of matches to be played here. And yeah, as I said, there is another match ongoing, Luke.png versus Lennox Penguin, Woodland Creek and Dartmoor. Those two maps have been played already. Don't know about their third map, how far they are on there. It's Haven Island, so chances are they are still on it, which they seem to be. So I will go ahead and rate Moo, send you all over there, and yeah. At this point, I guess all I have left to say is thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the cast. Thanks to the players for playing, and best of luck to both of them for the rest of the group stage. Thanks to Scruffy for adminning this match for us, and thanks to Pack for co-casting this one with me.
Yeah, no problem. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the cast. I hope to see you soon in another Rule Rivals cast, or in a couple seconds over on Moo's channel. Thank you, and goodbye.